And so, let's see. How do we put this? How to defeat the old power base. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, children, you want to talk to your elders and your parents. You want to involve your parents, children, and asking them the advice how to um, defeat the old power base from the terrorist regimes. You want to work together, okay? But here's the trick. As the terrorist regimes build their new power bases, don't get upset. Just learn as much as you can from them, and then draw off of the energy and resources of their power base to build your new power base. It's really that simple. See, if they want to take over the world, then a lot of you don't have any say over it. You want to learn as much about them as you can, and then you can take it back. And that's why, see, Jim Riley, Joe Zillig, Harry Race, Bernard the Chance, DJ Dave, Perlita Quinwan, Elton Anderson, Don Wiley, 1961 Amphibious Spaceman, Bitted Bat 4, Blue Boy Boxes, GPS Paso Robo Rapist Night Thief, and Elleries, Jim Hall, Bill Duvall, and your team there, Bald East Coast Negro of the Circus who likes to make fun of people, Gordon, Airy, Run 138, and, Red Randy. They think they're all badass, all right? But, see, some of them are going to try to, I bet you go back down to Jonestown, Joe and them, and set up their power base, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, you want to learn as much about those people and their organizations, the country and western, the rap, and all that. It's like the football stadium, right? That's their power base, right? So you want to learn about that, and then you all can draw off of the energy, their negative energy of their old power base, or their new power bases that they go and set up to build your super new power base. So that's why you want to talk to your elder. You want to stay in touch with your grandparents and your elderly. You want to ask their advice, your parents' advice, to get back at the old power base. Because we know the Red Robo Knight, he's never going to tell the truth. They stole it, and they have always stole it and lied about it, Joe and all of them. Rapist Joe Bridges. Bridges goes and sets up his new power base and then lies about the children and the family members. This is why he has a problem with me, because he can't really defeat it. See, Space Station Coronado undefeated. And see, that's why I help the super hottie chicks and the V chicks, right? Because they're going to defeat me, which is what I want them to do, so they can set up their power base. And so they defeat me so they can set up their new power base. Because that's what I wanted them to do. Because I wanted them to have a success. Right? So they beat me down so they can set up the new power base. To prove that the Robo Knight stole from the girls, and Ellery and their little faction there, stole from the ladies in the first place. Stole from their power base, start the fight. So, the easiest solution, ladies and gentlemen, was to help the military, the Navy, the Coast Guard, and all the military branches, and the police officers and firefighters and doctors and the FBI and CIA, because they're going to round you all up no matter what it is. And then they're going to build their power base off of you guys' power bases. Because you guys were mean. So you want to trust in the first place, the fighter pilots, the Navy SEALs, all those people who work hard. Because they had the best interest in mind in the first place before Robo Knight and his faction came across with Perlita and DJ Dave. And they set up their power base. And so, what I say is, just go slower than them, military, police officers, and then, since Dave and them like to put chips in people's brains and do all that nasty shit and lie, let them set up their power base, let them pretend to win with Red Randy and all that, and then from the energy and resources of their power base, draw off of them to build your new power base, and then, that's just how it works, and then they can sit there and go on their repetitious cycle until they figure out basically Red Randy and the hillbillies and the cowboy and country and western are proud about building themselves down in their own shit pile because they're that racist and that arrogant and that naive and that egotistical. So I let them sit there and, the group of them that can pretend that they didn't do anything when they were the ones that jacked it all up and lied, and they're proud of sitting in their own stink filth, I let them. And then, the military and the police and all them get to make their new super secret power base, drawing off of their stupidity of the criminal.